Hey Gemini, what's up gang? I hope everything is well. We're gonna do a really quick general like how people are viewing you type of reading, okay? We're gonna see what comes out. If that's something that interests you, do stick around. Gemini, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please take a look at my description box because that's gonna have all the information that you would need to know. And yes, this is a Gemini channel. However, if you vibe, you tribe, so go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Gemini, if you're returning, welcome back. I hope that you're well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I do hope that you're doing what's best for you. Thank you for all the love, all the support. Gemini, thank you so much for all the good vibes. It really does mean the world, okay? Let's go ahead and get into this. So we had the crab that came out, and I also heard a couple songs. First, I heard taking care of business, okay? Taking care of business every day. So people can see you as somebody who you take care of business. You stand on business. I'm getting that energy with this card because the crab here is one that's in a defensive stance with its claws up. It's ready to fight. Crabs will easily scurry away from a situation or sidestep the situation, very rarely going directly at whatever it is that's chasing them or whatever. They usually run away, but there's this energy here of like, nope, I'm not running, or I'm going to fight you. I'm going to say what needs to be said. I'm going to snap. I'm going to pop off. There's something about that here, Gemini, taking care of business, doing what you got to do. Like, don't tell me about me. Don't tell me about my life. Don't tell me about my job. There's something like that. Don't tell me about my children. I don't know, Gemini. Maybe somebody like rubbed you the wrong way or something, but there's this kind of this energy of you being viewed right now as somebody who's not going to take it. Like, you're not going to take it. You're going to fight back. Usually you would avoid the conflict, or people would be able to pick on you, or they'd be able to say something to you, but you're a little snappy right now. That's for some of you guys. I also heard that song from Rihanna, Bitch Better Have My Money, where she's like, y'all should know me well enough. Please don't call me on my bluff. Pay me what you owe me. Bitch, give me your money. Okay, I don't know, Gemini. Somebody could owe you money, or maybe you're shopping around for an employer right now, okay, and nobody wants to pay your worth, Gemini, or maybe, again, there's something here with maybe there's a lawsuit or going back and forth in court with money, something like that. Somebody owes you money, or somebody took advantage of you or tried to take something from you. You want your money. Like, please don't call me on my bluff, right? Yeah. Y'all should know me well enough. There's something about that, Gemini. I don't know. People are viewing you right now as somebody who's not going to take it, though. I don't know what that is, or that you're look, Divine Feminine came right out. Or like there's this energy here of like, you've seen enough to know what this is, and you're going to put your defenses up against something. You could have strong defenses, okay? Heavy boundaries right now. Crabs are a defense type of creature, right? They have this armor, this shell. People could think you have a very thick shell, Gemini. Very thick skin that has damn near turned into a shell is the energy I'm getting. And you guys know how I feel about this Divine Feminine card. Like, she's beautiful, sure, but she looks like she'd also slaughter your ass if needed. So there's something here where it's like a beautiful weapon is what I just heard, or a secret weapon, Gemini. Somebody could use you as a secret weapon. Like, you could be, I'm hearing like the bulldog of the company, or the bull shark of the company. Like, they send you into meetings to close deals because you do it very aggressively, or you know what you're talking about, or there's something about that. Or if you work into some job where it's like you work on a team and people need somebody who can kind of like intimidate or go in and get what needs to be done, like you're that person. Like, you'll close the deal, you'll push the number down, you'll get them to sign, something like that. Maybe you're a police officer and you be interrogating people. I don't know. But if you do, like, yeah, there's something about that. Like, you're very convincing, Gemini, or you're very persuasive is the energy I'm getting too for some of you. Okay. So Gemini, people can see you as somebody who, yeah, you have your boundaries up, or your defenses up a little bit. These could even be people who have hurt you. That's the thing. Like, it could be exes or family members or friends or whatever. People who have hurt you in the past, and now they're seeing you kind of toughen up and thicken up your shell. They're like, oh shit, okay, Gemini, there's something there. Let's see what else we have here. How are people viewing Gemini currently? I do get that people are viewing a Divine Feminine energy, though, Empress energy, in this energy of manifesting, attracting abundant opportunities towards you. A lot of things are growing or taking place around you. Like, things are working in tandem with you, around you, to create your abundance. I feel like you're almost the center of your universe. is what I'm getting, Gemini. Like, people see you as the center of your own universe. I'm also getting the energy of like somebody who will go into their shell. They will disappear a little bit, or you will do your own thing. You have no problem being independent or being on your own. You're very self-focused or self-motivated. You don't need outside motivations or outside inspiration. Like, you can gather that strength from your inner reserve that you have, Gemini, which is very important, because sometimes there's not going to be somebody around us to cheer us on and push us forward, or, you know, tell us how we need to move. Like, you need to be able to encourage yourself. And I feel like people see you as somebody who's very self-motivated. Okay. You also have a lot of bird bitches, male or female. Okay. You have a lot of bird bitches around you that are trying to figure out the secret to your sauce, like your formula. Like how you are who you are, Gemini. But I feel like that's something that you also protect. Some of you could have something that you protect. It could be a gift. It could be a mindset. It could be an idea. It could be a person. Okay? But whatever it is, it's like you're protecting something and you're healing. People are viewing you like that. People are viewing you as extremely intelligent too, Gemini, even if you don't always feel like it, especially during this Mercury retrograde, because it makes me forget words and not know how to speak and stutter, okay? So if like during this Mercury retrograde, you don't feel that intelligent or eloquent, you are sometimes, okay? But people are definitely viewing you as that, as like big brain energy, or you are very strategic. Like, again, it would take a lot to get one over on you because you're already suspicious. You're already kind of very intuitive or reading people. Like, I get the energy of people view you as like you're reading them. Even if you're not, like you're just having a conversation, they're like, I'm hearing the X-Files theme song. I don't know. Like, people feel like that. Like, you're always trying to work something out. You know? You're always sizing somebody up like a velociraptor or something. Like, that's the energy I'm getting, especially if you're a feminine energy. But it could go for a masculine energy. But especially for, like, my women, like, yeah, people feel like you're always sizing them up, or you have, like, these velociraptor eyes or something. Oh, I don't know. They're giving me that scene from Jurassic Park where he's like the velociraptor, whatever this fucking dinosaur's name is, okay? Like, it's the original Jurassic Park, the first one with the first trainer, and he's like, that one, you know, when she's looking at you, she's working it out, right? Like, there's something about that where people feel like you're working it out, or you're working something out, you're cracking the code on something, you're figuring something out, Gemini. People could feel like you have an inquisitive type of mind where you're always wondering about something, decoding things, looking at things, looking deeper into things, you know? You might like to do like brain teasers or little puzzles or something like that, like on your free time. Like, you like to do things that kind of test your mental capabilities is the energy that I'm getting, okay? But people definitely see you as somebody who, yeah, you stand on business, you're working something out. You're trying to figure something out, or you've created a perfect formula for something. I'm getting that as well. You look, as I say it, people definitely see you as somebody who you have found some kind of formula. You've cracked some kind of code. You found the key when it comes to opening up different doors to opportunity or manifesting things, Gemini. People could see you as like a brilliant manifester, or somebody who has a lot of opportunities, somebody who has a lot of doors that could open for them. Like, you have the key to something, the key to life or something like that. Somebody wants to find out how you know what you know, or what do you know. Like, somebody definitely wants to get inside your mind, Gemini. And maybe it could be a friend for sure. But I feel like it's access denied in this bitch, okay? That's for some of you guys. I'm hearing no flex zone. Okay, so I don't know. I'm hearing that. And then I'm also hearing, you guys might really like music because I'm getting like a lot of music. But I'm hearing like, what is that? No new friends or something. I don't know. I think it might be a song from Drake, but I have no idea. Sometimes it comes and goes so fast. It's like I didn't even have time to catch it, you know? But something about no new friends. Okay? Somebody could want to be your friend, Gemini, and you're like, no, thank you. I don't know. That's for somebody, okay? People could definitely see you as like, you have your pick of the litter. You have your options. You have your choice. And it's like, you don't choose anything, though. Like, you only choose yourself, which, I mean, duh. You know, I don't see anything wrong with that. But then again, I'm a Gemini, so, and this is how people are viewing us. So yeah, there you go. But I feel like, yeah, people see you as somebody who, you have your options, you have your choices, but you're not choosing. Okay, give me something with this divine feminine for how people are viewing Gemini. Look at this. The tea is, Gemini, that you like, your milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. What? I swear, I wish they would stop sometimes. Like, yes, but your milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, or girls. Okay, whatever, guys. All right, you attract a lot of people. There's definitely some gossip going on about the promises you make or the secrets that you keep. I hear the secrets that you keep when you're talking in your sleep. I really don't feel like singing, guys, but they are giving me so much music. Okay, that's a good one too. Yeah, so people, they feel like you got secrets, or you have secret rendezvous, or why do we always pick this up? People are always clocking what's going on down there with you. Like, why does it matter? But people might feel like you're sleeping around with people, or you sleep around, Gemini, or you're like a siren's call to people, Gemini, okay? So if, you know, people like clutch their husbands tighter around you, or their wives, or whatever, that is why. Like, people feel like you're out to steal their person, or you'll attract things towards you like very easily, Gemini, okay? People also feel like you're attracting some kind of level up, like you are like this mystical being. I don't know. I feel like people are having a hard time kind of reading you sometimes. Like, they see you as somebody who has like a life of luxury, or you have a level up, or again, you got all the tea on something. Like, there is this energy of people wanting to keep track of your life, or wanting to check in with you, see where you're going today. What are you doing this Saturday? You know, how is your house decorated? Where did you get your couch from? Like, it's like that kind of stuff. Like, people wondering these little things about you. But there's also gossip here, because this is a gossip card for me. And I'm getting that energy where, like, there's gossip here about who you're attracting, or the fact that you kind of lure people off or lure people away. Okay. So yeah, and I do feel like there's probably hella gossip going on about my males that are watching, right? I don't doubt that for a second. But I feel like this is really directed at my females, like my feminine energies. Like, I feel like there's something here where people are really gossiping about you, and like who you're with, or, you know, yeah, reading the fine print on you, looking into every little thing about you, Gemini. But people can see you as somebody who you do attract a lot into your life, though. That's the thing. But you don't choose it. Or I feel like you do choose things, but people view you as somebody of like, you're very selective. Okay? You're selective about the information that you let out into the world. People don't really know what's going on with you sometimes. That's why they have to speculate so much for some of you guys. But then you're also really careful about who you let in, or the energy that you let in around you. Yeah, you cleanse your energy on the daily, okay? Some of you, your house always smells like sage or frankincense or something that you burn in. Okay, I don't know what you burn in, Gemini, but for some of you, yeah, your house is always smelling like some kind of cleansing herb, because you're always working on healing yourself. For some of you, yeah, people definitely see you as like this very spiritual, mystical being that is like very etheric. Like, is Gemini even real? Are they human? I don't know. Especially for those of you that are very single and you live kind of like a life that's tucked away, and people don't really get a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. Like, they see you at work, or they see you on your social media maybe, but they don't really see you in real life. They wonder about that. Like, who you are, or like, are you this spiritual, mystical being, or are you human like everybody else? I'm gonna go ahead and bet that you're a human like everybody else, with a little bit of extra sprinkle. There's something like that going on. Like, you do have a little extra something going on here. Okay, what is this formula here, that how people view Gemini? Yeah, people view you as somebody who has made it from a very dark situation, rock bottom, that some people were like, oh my God, I would never be able to get out of that darkness, right? I'd never be able to heal that karmic energy within. I'm hearing like junkie for some of you guys, or teen mom, okay? Or somebody who went through a lot, like PTSD is energy I'm getting. Like, you've healed some kind of darkness inside of you that other people around you, they feel like they wouldn't have been able to do that. And they know that this is real, Gemini. Like, it's not something where you're just up here saying that you've healed this or you've done this. I mean, of course, like if you're somebody like me, yeah, I could say things like, and you guys would have no idea if I'm telling the truth or not, unless you're somebody who knows me personally and you happen to be watching and I say something, then you'd be like, oh yeah, I remember that. But people in your everyday life is the energy that I'm getting here, Gemini. Like, people look at you and they see how far that you've come. And you've cracked some kind of code, or you've figured some kind of formula out. The formula to life, the formula to healing, the formula to healing ancestral wounds, gaining all kinds of karmic blessings and ancestral blessings. Like, people feel like you've cracked that code, or you know how to do that every day. There's something about that. You're really good at your job too, or you're really good at what you put energy and effort into every day. You could have like some kind of position, or you could do something where not everybody in your field does as well as you, Gemini. Like, and so people like are like, they've cracked this code, they do this job perfectly. There could have been somebody before you in the position that you're in where they didn't do as well as you. Maybe the last like 2-3 people did not do as well as you, but for some reason you in this position, you do very well. You've cracked some kind of code. You made something bloom in a really dark state. You brought some kind of beauty to a dark situation, Gemini, and you do this every single day. Like, every day. You're bringing beauty to a dark situation. You've cracked some kind of code when it comes to the darkness and being able to bring light to it. I don't know, Gemini. That's what I'm getting. Spirit gave you some kind of blessing or second chance because of this too. People might be viewing you like that. That could also be your spirit guides or your ancestors that are viewing you like that too, of that the spirit has blessed you with a second chance or an opportunity for something to come back around because of something, some darkness that you were able to heal. Yeah, it's a reward for all your hard work. Exactly. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. That's exactly what I'm getting. They're showing me butterflies in my mind's eye, too. So there could be a lot of transformation that's happening. Okay, but people are seeing that. What is this key for how people are viewing Gemini? What is this key talking about for how people are viewing Gemini? The relaxation card wanted to pop, but it didn't. So, again, I'm hearing that song, I think I like this little life, okay? People might feel like you've cracked the code to life, or you've figured out the key to life. That is for some of you. You're probably sitting here like, okay. But again, this is how people are viewing you. It's not necessarily like, you know, how you view yourself, right? Whew, Gemini, I feel like, I don't know how you're going to feel about this, but I get this energy of people feeling like you really have unlocked some kind of key to happiness or to abundance. Like, you have something in excess. And so because of that, you don't have time for other people, or you miss a lot of things because you're very focused on something. I'm getting that very strongly. Like, people feel like you've made some kind of deal or promise or commitment with something where you don't have a lot of time for them, or you don't have a lot of time for other people is what I'm getting here. Maybe something was really stagnating, Gemini, and now it's not. That's kind of what I'm getting. Like, you know, something was really stagnated, or something wasn't going very well, or something that wasn't going well for somebody else. You've come in and you've been able to make some kind of difference. You're seeing a lot of results here. It's like there was nothing, and then you found this key, and now there's all this, like, this flow that's happening with this waterfall, for sure. Some of you people are seeing that you're learning how to regulate your emotions, or you're learning how to, I hate to say be quiet, but yeah, talk less. You know, like, you don't have to talk as much, or you don't have to have as much excess in a certain area because that was actually depleting your energy, or it was taking away from something. You've learned, there's like something where you have the key now and you're doing something perfectly, or you're presenting something perfectly, or you've been able to turn something around is also the energy that I'm getting. You've been able to cleanse some kind of energy or situation. Yeah, you've been able to gain some kind of balance in your life is what I'm getting. Or you found the key to balance. You found the key to healing. For some of you guys. Some of you, I'm getting the energy of trying to find the key out of a situation, because this is a certificate of divorce if you look at it really closely, and being cautioned to read the fine print. For some of you guys, you see that something held you back. You want to find the way out of it. That is for somebody. Let's get some tarot out here. So, this little mermaid over here, right? Look, the devil. I told you, people are viewing you as like a temptation, which we pick up on that pretty consistently when we do these kind of readings. People are usually viewing you as some kind of temptress, a Gemini or tempter or whatever, as somebody here to kind of snatch their soul, okay? And I feel like you're just being you, Gemini, for sure. But how people view you is, yeah, they view you as somebody who just draws people in, right? There's something about that. Like both of these faces, like they draw you in. Somebody could view you as a karmic in a third party situation, okay? Again, again, that does not mean that you are a karmic in a third party situation, Gemini, but somebody could view you as one, okay? So say that somebody is with somebody and their person does not want to be with them and wants to be with you, and it's pretty known, even if it's not spoken. Some things don't need to be spoken, okay? They see you as somebody who's a temptress, like you tempted that person away. Yeah. Some of you people view you as a tease. I'm getting that as well, like somebody who you draw people into you and then you just discard them. Like, oh, never mind, right? It's like a cat playing with a mouse or something. People might view you as somebody like that. Somebody who, like, you have everything that you want, all right? Listen, your milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. I'm telling you, for some of you, especially a Capricorn or a Sagittarius or a Cancer. I'm getting that very strongly, like Gemini, somebody views you as somebody who, like, you draw a lot of attention in, or you have brought in the attention of their man or something, or their woman. Like somebody's partner is into you, Gemini. I'm getting that very strongly. I don't know why I'm picking that up, but I am. Yeah. But back to what I was saying, people could view you as somebody who you have your choice, right? King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. You can have your choice here, but you choose to isolate yourself instead. That's so funny because I was like thinking to myself, but also kind of having a conversation with Spirit at the same time, even though I feel like it's always listening anyways. But there's times where it's like, okay, I'm addressing you right now. And then other times where it's just like, I'm not, right? You're just, it's kind of like when you're, because I don't necessarily pray, but there's this energy of that. It's like an energy of prayer, like when I'm actively addressing Spirit. But anyways, so I was kind of in and out of that, but I was like, yeah, I could see like somebody coming up to me and being like, you know, oh, I feel like you're my soulmate, and being like, I feel like Spirit's my soulmate though, you know. And some of you might feel that way, like Spirit is your soulmate here, or that you're in here, like you're on this planet, you're here for something deeper, like you have more depth to you than that. And maybe you do like to kind of draw people in, Gemini, or you naturally draw people in. But yeah, I'm kind of seeing that energy for sure. Like people are drawn into you, but then, yeah, I feel like people get lost in you a little bit, Gemini. Like people get lost in your energy and get very excited. Like people get captivated by you or get taken over very quickly. Like after the first date, you're their soulmate, you're their emperor, okay, or their empress. Like, yeah, like people are really into you, and then you don't really choose them. You choose yourself, which leaves people kind of baffled, like, what? So there's something about that, like people wanting to gather your attention, people wanting to maybe tempt you, people wanting to give, people wanting to definitely get you to commit to them. I get that energy very strongly, but you, again, you'd rather just hang out by yourself. So this could even be friends, like, that are always trying to, like, hey, Gemini, let's go out, let's go to the bar, or let's go wherever, right? And I guess if they're going to go, I don't know. For me, if you're going to ask me to go to the bar, what do you expect me to say? Of course it's going to be a no, right? Maybe if you ask me to go, like, I don't know, a museum, you'd actually get a solid chance of me saying yes to that. But a bar, it's definitely going to be a no, because that's just not my vibe, okay? So maybe it's about that. Like, people don't understand you, and they try to get you involved in situations like, I don't want to go, you know, to Coachella, right? That's what that's reminding me of, like Coachella or some shit. You're like, I'd rather just, you know, stare at the stars or something. I don't know. There's something like that. Like you're always on the move, or you're always trying to spend time with yourself. But maybe you don't look at it as like you're spending time with yourself. Maybe you look at it as like, I'm spending time with Spirit, or I'm developing myself, or I'm healing things, you know, I'm learning things, right? Going through things here, people. I don't know, for some of you guys, for sure. But people see you as that, like somebody who you are going through things, but you're also growing at the same time. Like you never stop growing, for sure. There's a big isolation theme here, Gemini, or like people trying to make contact with you, people trying to reach you, but you not being there, okay? I also get this energy of being very tempted, or people feeling like maybe you play mind games. Because Gemini, I don't know, I feel like you can come off as like, and I say you, but it's we, right? It's me. I'm a Gemini. We all know this, okay? So there could be this energy of like, you're a very friendly person. You're a very personable person. People hang out with you once and they're like, wow, I like that person. They are amazing, right? And then you don't answer their call for 3 weeks. People could be like, okay, something's up with that person. That's not normal activity. And maybe that's not normal, right? But that is how you are. I don't know, maybe what is normal, right? So there's this energy of that, like you can kind of give all and then not give anything, and people be like, oh, okay. I feel like if you have Gemini friends or Gemini lovers or family members or whatever, they kind of get that energy because that's how they are. So you are okay with people like that, but it's like people who don't get it, okay? Gemini, I don't know, right? It's like equal give and take is, you got to be passionate about it. You got to be into it for sure. Somebody wants equal give and take with you. Somebody wants to lock your ass down, Gemini. I don't know who this is, but somebody wants to, yes, thank you for confirmation. Somebody wants to lock you down. Like they're like, no, you don't need to keep browsing, or you don't need to, you can be by yourself in our house, right? That me and you own because we are married and we are together. And you can have all the space and freedom that you want in our marriage. Like that's what somebody feels about you. Even if they're not married to you yet, right? Like that's how they feel. Yes. Marriage, Hierophant. Somebody wants to marry you and they're like, I'll let you have all the little freedom you want. I don't feel like they're going to. Like not the freedom that you want. Because is that really true freedom? Like, yeah, okay, I can go and I can paint whenever I want to, but can I drop everything and move to France if I want to? No, right? So it's like, I don't know. Somebody's like, I'll let you have as much freedom as able. Like, I feel like you fall into the moon, Gemini, or you're very intuitive, or you're very connected to that. And somebody's like, they want to simulate that energy. You see what I'm saying? I'm hearing come sit on daddy's lap. Ew. Ew. But that's what I just heard for somebody. Like they want to, I don't know, Gemini. Somebody wants to tame you. Okay. Especially if you're a female. What the hell? I guess masculine energy too. And there's something about you that's just free and wild, regardless of gender here. Okay. Somebody wants to tame you. They want you to like fall in line here, or stop isolating yourself, or stop running away. Stop telling them to fuck off. For some of you guys, I don't know. Somebody might be low-key obsessed with you. That's interesting, because I feel like if they feel like you're obsessed with them, there's a level of projection going on here, because somebody is definitely obsessed with getting you to like submit or commit. Isn't that crazy how that kind of rhymes, right? Submit and commit. Like, I don't know. Which one are we doing here? Read the fine print, Gemini. Okay, because somebody could definitely just want you because they could be like, yeah, that's right, divine feminine or divine masculine's mine, right? It don't matter if they want to be here, and I don't really give a crap about that. It's just the fact that they are here, right? Okay, Gemini. Damn. No wonder you're so damn defensive, okay? All right, so what is this formula? Give me something about that. I told you, Gemini, it's your success story. How are you able to start from the bottom? Now you here, Gemini. People want to know. They're looking into that, or they're curious about that. They want to learn your ways. For some of you guys, I don't feel like you're a teacher out here, right? Or that you're trying to teach them. Some of you, yeah, people feel like there's got to be something going on. And you can't be this real. You can't be this hard of a worker. You can't be this talented, skilled, whatever, what have you. You can't be this chosen, this abundant, this brilliant manifester, right? Even though we see that you are, because we see the moon energy. And that's what I was saying with this King of Pentacles. Somebody wants to simulate your moon, like your gravitational pull, what you're pulled towards. Somebody wants to simulate that. They want you to be pulled towards them, okay? Not this moon energy or whatever. Somebody could even be trying to like low-key disrupt your connection with spirit. Like, I want to be your spirit. What the? People are weird. Okay, people are seriously weird. You want to be the creator of the universe. Okay, buddy. I don't like it. I do not like that. No wonder your claws are up against that person. Hell no. Anyways, Gemini, moving on from that psycho, I do feel like, yeah, you've figured out some kind of formula here, and people see that. Like, you're very successful in whatever this is that you do. You're successful every day. Every day you hustling. Every day you shining. You might have a group that you lead or a team that you lead, Gemini. Even if you're not the team leader, like, you're the one that's shining out of everybody. So you might as well be, right? I don't know. But you've built something up too. Like, you're working on building something up. You're working on perfecting something, creating something. Some of you really outshine your friends, even if you're like, especially if you're in the same field, because, well, I guess that's not true. You could still outshine your friends even if you weren't in the same field, but I feel like you're in the same field as somebody, and like, people look at them and they're like, okay, you're doing it. And people look at you and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, you're doing it. Like, you're actually doing it. We see the results. Like, you can't argue with the numbers, or you can't argue with, you know, the results that are clear, that are tangible in your face, that you can touch, feel, see, hear, you know? And somebody doesn't have that. They have ambition, which is a great fucking thing to have. Like, we all got to start somewhere. You know, and I don't like that game of comparison. I do not like to compare myself to my friends, my family, my lovers. Like, I'm not out here to be better than anybody other than myself, other than the version of myself that I was yesterday. Yes, I would like to be better than that person. But as far as everybody else, no, we all have our struggles. We all have our goals. We all have our blessings and our achievements and our gifts and our talents, and there's more than enough for everybody. So I would never want to put myself into that game of comparison, even though, of course, I'm human and I have before. Everybody does. But I feel like you have people who are comparing their journey to yours, or their success to yours, Gemini. And people are like, how the fuck do they do it? I can barely climb myself out of this pit that I'm in, but here they are just shining. Some of you, people see you as that though too, as somebody who did climb themselves out of this pit, and then when you got out, you're like, ta-da, right? Like, unscathed, seemingly, anyways. Yeah, I feel like you're seemingly unscathed, okay? People could see you as somebody who performs, but like, there could be a double life going on here, Gemini, okay? There could be a little bit of a double life where maybe you have something that you do where you perform, or you have like a side gig or a little hustle, or, you know, some kind of skill or ambition or something that you want to do, but then you have like your 9-to-5, or what you really like go to town on, or like what you really handle business in, like your day job, basically. And people could see you winning at both. That's the thing. And they're like, how the fuck? First of all, who has the time? And then they look cute on top of it. What the fuck? I could see how people would be jealous of us. Actually, when you really break it down, Gemini, it's like, I could see. Because yes, you excel in this area. You excel in that area. You have like amazing skin, lush hair, full lips, okay? The attention of everybody's man/woman. Like, yeah, I could see why people would be like, fuck Gemini, okay? That's just, I'm getting like a little bit of low-key jealousy. I'm not really seeing it in the cards too much, but I do feel it. So, Gemini, people see like you're in the spotlight, okay? You're in the spotlight here, for sure. People could also feel, this is going to sound a little strange, but this is the energy I'm getting. People could feel like you get celestial spotlight. Like galactic spotlight. I don't know, like there's alien beings, or there's different, like, this is so strange, but this is what I'm getting. Like, you have like beings from other dimensions, or aliens, or angels, or crypto beings. There's something here. That is the strangest message I've ever gotten. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. Like, you have like some kind of paranormal favor, but it's not like with like spirits and ghosts. I mean, I guess, but I'm getting more the energy of like aliens. Like, aliens favor you. I don't know where that's coming from. Take it. Look, there you are in your little UFO. You know what this is reminding me of? This is reminding me of, God, what is that? It starts with the N. The pharaoh that was in Egypt, that on his, I don't even know. I feel like my brain cannot work. But it's the one, the pharaoh that people said was like from a different world. And there's like these little like scrolls and stuff and illustrations, and one looks like he's in an actual like UFO. If you've watched Ancient Aliens, you'll know what I'm talking about. I don't think it's Anunnaki, but it could be. But I thought it started with an N, but maybe not. I don't know, but that's what that's reminding me of, like you being in an alien ship. People might think that you did come from another planet and just got dropped off on here on Earth, and now you're just fucking shining and making everybody around you look crazy, and they're like, what the hell? There's something about that. Like the star people talk to you, Gemini, and they gave you all kinds of skills, all kinds of talents. People are definitely trying to figure it out, though, trying to figure you out for sure. Let's see what this key is. Let's get some more information on that. What do people view Gemini as finding the key to? Happiness, contentment, harmony, success, right? Movement, being able to actually make some kind of results, or they're seeing the growth in your life, Gemini. Yeah, so people view you as somebody who you've unlocked just, I get like energy of like life or being able to manifest, Gemini. People are seeing you as very powerful. That's how they're viewing you. Somebody who's putting action into things and making these changes in their life. Like whereas before, if things were stagnated, people are seeing that's because you maybe fell off or you were going through things or something like that. But when you put energy into things, you bring results. That's what people are feeling. Like you bring some kind of results to the table here. So people are viewing you. What is this? It just popped. We have the Eight of Wands with this Ace of Wands. People could see you as somebody who works and works and works, and maybe like you are slightly burnt out, but you're very strong. You're very resilient here. You're barely ever like this energy of not knowing what you're doing or not getting up and having nothing to do that day. Like you always have something to do. You're always doing something. You're very active, Gemini, for some of you guys. If you do perform or you do something with your body, you're always working out or you're always perfecting that. You're always nurturing your gift, your talent, your stability. Like, damn, Gemini, okie dokie. It feels really good. Yeah, you put a lot in, and so that's why you get a lot back, and people see that about you. People could see that where before, I feel like before you did used to struggle with some kind of confidence or believing in yourself or being able to remove yourself from situations that were toxic. Like people don't see you as that anymore. They see you as somebody who puts a lot of action in. You get what you give and you give what you get, basically, okay? You recognize when you are on the verge of burnout, and I feel like sometimes you'll give like, this would be like giving 100 and this would be giving like 5%, right? So you'll do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Like you've created some kind of balance or harmony within your life, and you're definitely like, you've unlocked the key to manifesting, learning how to manifest, okay, for sure. This could be something that people are feeling like you were destined to do, like you were sent here to do something and you are on the way to doing it. People could see that you have like a great path ahead of you, or you have something that you're meant to do. Yeah, people see that. That's how people are viewing you. Like you have something that you're meant to do. You're here for a reason. You're here for a purpose. I feel like everybody's here for a reason, right? I don't feel like there's any like filler spots here on planet Earth as far as soul goes. Like, I just feel like some people are on different journeys, you know, some people are evolving, some people are devolving, right? But either way, everybody's doing something, everybody's here for a reason. But I feel like people feel like right now, if you were to stay where you're at right now, what you're doing, who you're with, in the position that you're in, like this would be selling your destiny short. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting like people view you as somebody who you have far greater out there for you than what's going on right now, even though you are getting some kind of recognition right now, or you're being noticed or seen or something, or people notice that there is something different about you, right? They still see that you have so much more ahead of you. Well, okay, Gemini, that has been your reading, and I do hope that it helps. I hope it resonates. I hope it does something, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.